Welcome, Star Trek Fleet Commanders. Today, we are going to talk about weathering the storm and surviving a kill on sight or KOS situation. These situations can be highly stressful, a total pain in the butt, just a total aggravation to your normal gameplay. So I'm just going to share some tips on what you can do to make sure that you're getting your dailies done, as well as being able to turn stuff in with mining, so that you can weather the storm. So first off, let's go ahead and talk about the daily turn-ins in the refinery. Okay, so you'll notice I have all these turn-ins, and I'm just going to focus on the grade 3 because I think that's what's being impacted the most by most of the players in our alliance. Yeah, I just wanted to show you that. So okay, let's go ahead and just look at crystal. I do have a prime upgrade on this, so I do get an additional 4th pull, but ideally what you want to do is conserve your resources. This will slow down some of your game a little bit, but conserving the resources is very important. Looking at this, you want to go ahead and do this 2 chest pull, and you'll notice it's just under 2,000 in the crystal to go ahead and get this. So go ahead and get your crystal, and as you know, this happens twice a day, so that's going to cost you roughly 4,000 a day. Okay, so you can probably get that easily through mining. Mining a system that has the grade 3 crystal. But with that said, say you're having problems mining and things just aren't working out for you, you can always go to the faction store and spend some faction credits on these. Now, you'll notice that for 100 faction credits, you can get grade 3 gas and grade 3 ore in the Federation store. And I know some of you are saying, well, I'm saving up, I'm trying to get my enterprise, I need my faction credits. Well, that's where you assuming that you're at a few levels in, and hopefully faction locked with at least 1 or more factions, that's where you go to the other factions, and you can still get your your gas and your crystal with Klingon, and with Romulan you can get your ore and your crystal. So you're able to get enough for at least 3 days worth of pulls there. So I said it was about 2,000, so twice a day, 4,000. So about 3 days worth of pulls there. So that is one way to make sure you're getting the raw material that you need to do that turn-in, and at the same time avoiding the use of your faction credits on the 34 ship you're working on. So keep that in mind. Now, the other thing to keep in mind with this is you want to do this pull. You do not want to do these pulls, because these pulls only give you enough for one a day pull, and it's just not economical as this is. Okay, so that's one method to make sure you're getting your raw materials to get your actual uncommon grade 3 or grade 4, grade 5, whatever it is. Okay, so there's that. Now, the other thing to look at is our isogen, and that is in another refinery, the territory refinery, and we have grade 1, 2, and 3 isogen. Grade 2 and 3 are in territory, and in a KOS situation, you're probably not going to be able to get these. And that's not the end of the world, because the grade 1 isogen is the major payout, and you want to try to max this every single day. This is where you're going to get the most bang for your buck. So, with that said, how do I get that isogen without, you know, them hitting me all the time in territory? You go up here to purple space. I think it's outlaw space technically, and this is where I've been mining. You can, you know, go in. I haven't been getting hit in these areas very often. I would put your Meridian or one of your other ships in one of these systems, and you'll notice that the max payout, you know, is actually, there's 500,000 in one of these. So what you'd want to do, say you have a Meridian, is take your Meridian, try to put these 3 officers on, because that right there is going to give you enough protected cargo for 333,000 isogen. So this is something you can do, and even if your ship gets destroyed at some point, say in the middle of the night, you've still earned a good amount of isogen. Now, based on some of my researches and stuff, this might be higher than yours, but this is still a method to get your grade 1 isogen, which should be your main focal point in the territory store at this point. Okay, so we've covered getting some of the materials, we've covered getting some of the isogen. I also said, if you're going to mine, don't mine in territory. Find one of these other systems. Say it's gas, you can, you know, go here, or you can, you know, just check out one of the other systems. Grunberg is a good one as well for grade 3 ore. But if you're sending out a couple ships, say for gas, send them to a couple different locations. Make it easier or harder for them to find you and hunt you. So that, you know, that there's strategy there to do that. Now, the other thing to bring up is our dailies. So sometimes dailies can be a pain in the butt to get done, especially in the KOS situation. So I do want to show you some research that I'm not 100% sure when it becomes available. But let's go ahead and go to research. Okay, so went to research, looking at researches. This X-Borg research is great to have because you're able to basically get your daily chest done incredibly rapidly. And when I say incredibly rapidly, I'm able to hit about 6 ships, have enough done to get my daily chest almost every single night. That's in addition to, you know, doing the upgrade of my buildings, as well as doing a research upgrade as well. So you go into X-Borg, you work on Swarm Refinery. Forgive me, not that one, that's a wrong one. You work on these 3. Romulan Sweep. The same thing's the same with Klingon and Fed. Romulan hostile daily goals can now be completed by destroying freebooters at a rate of 10 points each. Only freebooters with level. So basically in your dailies it's going to say, hey, you need to have a certain level of ship that you need to hit. And let's just say it is a, I don't know, in my case I'm just going to say it's a 54. Because it is in my case a 54. So what you do is you go to freebooter space, which is right next to outlaw space. It's, you know, this green area. And say I go into this system. I actually decided to just go ahead and stop at this system, because this system is going to be more realistic to where you're probably at. So you'll notice these are all 38 ships. I'm just going to double check one thing real quick. Yeah, these are 38 ships. So this might be something that you can hit it, you know, depending on your level. I don't remember when this actual X-Borg research tree comes available, but you go ahead and hit these ships. And I know they look super powerful, but they do have this buff to their piercing stats. Have a buff to all their piercing stats. So basically, you're able to kill these a lot easier than you are other ships. So that doesn't make them actually stronger against you, even though that's kind of what it says. So you should be able to crush these things much easier. And you want to use a Pike Moreau Chin on all of these, with the exception of these interceptors, and that's how you get those done. So with that refinery, you'll be able to hit 3 ships with all 3 of those upgraded, the Romulan, the Klingon, and the Fed, and you will get all 6 of those dailies that you need to get done for the number of ships that you need to destroy. So instead of going out and destroying 25 of each one, you just go eliminate 6 of these guys and you're done. Technically 3 of these guys. However, within that store there are once you have access to that, there are a couple other upgrades, a couple other dailies you can do to get stuff to upgrade that X-Borg tree. So this is a way to quickly get that daily chest. And like I said, I don't recall what level it is, but this is how you achieve that. So what we've talked about in summary: how to get some turn-ins for your uncommon gas, crystal, and ore. We have also talked about your isogen, how to go ahead and get some number 1 grade isogen, which, like I said, that is the key. These 2 are just lucky things to get. And then you also want to make sure you're turning in these so you can get some extra particles that that we all need for our territory tree upgrades. So those are the mechanics to get your dailies, get your daily chest, get your isogen turned in. Ways to use some faction credits to get enough to do your turn-ins for your crystal, gas, and ore, as well as some systems where you can actually take your miners out to a couple different locations and get some mining in. Now, I must point out, it is important that you put a crew on your ships that have increase your protected cargo. Chances are that you have to pring, and depending on the level, I have to pring max, so I get 300% added to my protected cargo. So that is something you want to make sure you're adding to your ships, so in case they are destroyed and they have a decent amount of mined material, you get it saved. So hopefully this video has been helpful from a how to get things done standpoint. Keep in mind these KOS situations, as you know, they're incredibly irritating, frustrating, stressful, all those bad emotions and feelings that we don't like and we don't want to deal with. I'm dealing with the same pain points at being at level 53 as well. So I hear exactly what you're saying, how you're feeling, but don't give up hope. These situations don't last forever, even though it seems like forever. Now, things will eventually end and get back to normal at some point, but you have to weather the storm, survive, make it through it, keep playing the game and having the most fun at it that you can during these situations, because the game can still be fun in these situations. So I wanted to point that out. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to me and let me know how I can help you. Thank you. Have a great day.